Good afternoon, my peoples, and welcome back to the counterattack on this absolutely gorgeous Saturday afternoon. I hope you and yours are doing very well. The Arsenal, head down to the South Coast to take on Brighton, the Seagulls, at the Amex. And I woke up this morning feeling fairly confident, my people. I knew that our only player that was going to be out was going to be Xhaka, and while I'm actually a big fan of Xhaka. I'm not one of these Xhaka haters. I think he is extremely important to the way we play, and he's going to be out for the next 3 months, so I knew we wouldn't have him today. And I looked at the lineup when I woke up, and Lokonga was his replacement, and I was feeling fairly confident still. I thought that we could definitely get a win today. We've won the last 3 matches. We played really, really well against Tottenham in the last game, so I was feeling fairly confident. So we started off pretty good. We didn't exactly have the energy that we brought in the North London derby, but we were matching them up. We were just going back and forth with them. And that went on for about the first 15 minutes. And then after that, it was all Brighton. While we were going toe-to-toe with them, you could really see exactly what they were trying to do. They were trying to exploit the space in behind Kieran Tierney, and without Xhaka there to instinctively cover, because that's one of the things that Xhaka is really, really good at. He's good at sniffing out the danger and covering positions. And Mikel Arteta likes to push Tierney super high up the field, especially when we have the ball. And Brighton knew that. And so they were exploiting it. And I think the team recognized that Brighton were attacking down our left-hand side. So they started to sit back. And that was around the 15th minute. And that's pretty much why they dominated the ball and dominated the game from then on. You see, the thing about Brighton is they're a good team. They're an excellent team, and they're very comfortable in the way that Graham Potter wants them to play. Their positional play and their passages of play, they're quite well rehearsed, and they look very comfortable doing it. The thing about Brighton, though, is that they can't finish. Their strikers are actually quite poor. Trossard, he's not a finisher. Neil Maupay, he's not a finisher either. He is not clinical at all. And Brighton were getting a lot of chances. They were pulling our midfield apart. Lokonga, I think he struggled today quite a lot. Partey as well. I thought Partey was quite poor. He was really bad. I read somewhere that he lost 9 out of his 10 duels. And if your midfielder, your linchpin midfielder in the pivot is losing 90% of your duels, it's not going to be a good day. It's not going to be an easy day. And it really wasn't that. It was quite a struggle after the first 15 minutes. In the second half, Brighton continued to dominate the ball. They continued to dominate possession. And we kind of were playing a bit of a counter-attacking strategy. We knew that they wanted to exploit the space in behind Tierney, and Lokonga either can't or is not good enough to cover. So we sat back a little bit. And that gave the onus to them to just keep on attacking us, and they did over and over and over again. But because they're not clinical, because Neil Maupay is quite a poor striker, it remains 0-0. And that's kind of the way the game ended. There wasn't much to say about it. So who played well for Arsenal? If we're being quite honest, really the only people that played well are the defense, Emile Smith-Rowe, and Ramsdale. And that's pretty much it. Emile Smith-Rowe, you can really see why he's the crown jewel of the Arsenal Academy. He was literally our only spark in the game. Aubameyang, Saka, Pepe when he came on, and Odegaard, I feel like they all had pretty poor games. They were all sort of bypassed, not really in it. Whenever they aren't matched up one-on-one with a midfielder or a defender, I think all of them struggle a lot, especially when we don't see a lot of the ball. And that's what happened today. In the end, I really believe we were lucky to make it out of Brighton with a point. we were really, really relying on their poor finishing to get us out of there. And we had a couple chances, but largely our attacking play was try to gain possession back from them, which was a chore because they had most of it. I think the split was like 60-40, which is a huge gap, especially for a team like Arsenal. And when we got the ball back, they sat back. We couldn't really break them down, and we were limited to long shots from Partey and Lukonga, neither one of whom can really shoot. It's about time we said that. Partey, his eye is just off for goal. It was just flying everywhere, left, right, and center. Really poor shooting from him. Poor shooting from Lukonga. Aubameyang, also another poor game. When Arteta took him off in the 71st minute, I thought, great, it's time to give someone else a chance up top because he just wasn't doing it. He was misplacing passes. He's not that good in the air, and we weren't really playing out of the back. I think the weather sort of played into that as well. So he struggled today a lot. I'm disappointed with the draw. I was hoping that we could get all 3 points, and looking at the standings, that would have brought us to within a point of Brighton in 5th place. And that's really what I wanted. I wanted 4 wins on the bounce heading into the international break, and we've drawn the last one. While I am disappointed with that, I think you have to look back at the last 4 matches, and you really have to say, we won 3, we drew 1, we're scoring, we're keeping clean sheets, which is extremely important. Again, I am so thrilled to have a competent defense back there. Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel, and Tierney as well. And Ramsdale, obviously, he's part of the defense as well. All of them can take a bow today. Another good, solid performance. Really, it's up top that we struggle. If we're not matched up one-on-one, we struggle. If Aubameyang isn't firing, we're struggling. Saka, he was almost a non-entity today. It was only Emile Smith-Rowe who really was just, forcing the issue. He was aggressive today, but it wasn't enough. And now we're sitting in 9th place so far. I mean, that's probably going to change because a couple of the teams below us have to play tomorrow. So, not terrible, not great. Thank you for sticking with me, my people, all the way to the end. And I really want to thank all the new subscribers. We hit a milestone today, or this past week at the Counter Attack. We finally reached 50 subscribers. I think we're actually a little bit over that right now. But thank you to everyone who subscribed, all my subscribers, everyone who's viewing the videos. It really means a lot to me. I so appreciate it. And I will see you all next week. Take care, guys.